this video, we are going to be talking about who can you buy land from. So that is a big question, but I'm going to share a few different sources of where you can buy land from. The first one I would say would be directly from the owners, right? So this can be someone that you know, or someone that maybe posted an ad somewhere that says land for sale. So you can always look on things like Craigslist or all the online marketplaces to see if you can buy land directly from the owner. And this can sometimes be off market, or it can be for sale by owner. So if you can find a way to track down the owner, that's an easier way for you to buy land. So if you go on like things like forsalebyowner.com, the website, or Craigslist, whatever local apps that people use, or if you're driving by and you see a sign, that can also be a good source for you to purchase land. Number two, I would say that now what we're seeing is there's a lot of land companies like us, like Once Upon a Brick, who are selling pieces of land, and often I think that I might be biased here, but I think that is a easier way for most people to buy land, especially if you're looking for it as an investment, because you might not have the time or want to put the effort to track down someone who's selling some land somewhere and then having to go through the traditional process. So you can often find land companies that their whole business is buying and selling land. So, and the nice thing is often you can buy it with owner financing, so you can make those small monthly payments, and you can eventually own your piece of land without taking a ton of money out of your pocket to purchase your piece of land. So land companies are selling land every single day. That's what we do. You can go on Land Watch and you'll see a ton of different companies that are selling land all across the United States. Land Century is another one. So there's all these like land websites online where you can find different land companies that are buying and selling land. And often all you need to do is call them and ask them questions that you have about the piece of land that they have listed for sale, and see if it's a good fit, something that you want to purchase. And that can often be the easiest and most direct way to purchase land. And the last thing, of course, number three, is the traditional way. You can go on Zillow, you can go on Redfin, you can go on the MLS, or find a realtor to work with, and you can tell them what you're looking for. If you're specific, if you have a specific thing in mind, you're like, I want 10 acres in this part of town for this purpose, that with this zoning, you're probably going to want to work with a realtor because you have specific requirements, and maybe land companies that have some land for sale, they don't have that specific of a property that you're looking for. So if you have something super specific, you can always download like Zillow or Redfin or any of the MLS apps, and you can search for land for sale that's listed, call the realtor, and the realtor can handle it from there. So I think that is pretty much the three ways that you can buy land. I would say though that make sure that when you're buying your piece of land, it is something that you can afford, because not everyone can just drop 30 grand on a piece of land. And often you're gonna sometimes you might have to do that if you don't have things like owner financing, or you can't get a loan on land, which is hard. So consider looking at things like owner financing, and if you can buy affordable pieces of land so it doesn't become a burden for you.